Okay, I love that.
The sound test room.
Hello and welcome to the Sound Test Room. My name is Jakob. I'm your host, and you're watching the attaQ show. Today we are going to use KORG's latest app, and it's actually iELECTRIBE for iPhone. And I'm using it on an iPad right now, and the reason for that is there are two reasons. One, I wanted you to see that you can use iELECTRIBE for iPhone on an iPad. But remember that iELECTRIBE for iPhone is made for iOS 8. Yes, I know iOS 7 users, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is right now. And the second thing is the iPad is bigger, so easier for you to see what I'm doing when I'm doing it. So, yeah. And what we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna create a trap style drum loop. I've done that in the past with my what is it called? 7 apps for trap. But for me, trap never gets boring, so bear with me here. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open the menu and open up a completely initialized patch. All initialized patches comes with a 4 on the floor beat with the bass drum only. And we're also gonna add more bars, because right now we only have access to 16 steps in one bar, and you can see that it's not switching from one to 2 to 3 and 4 and so on. So go to the cogwheel menu, and then in here you have length from 1 to 4. Now we have 64 steps to work with, and I forgot to change the BPM. 120 is too slow, and usually trap is made in 140, but I like slow paced trap, so 132 it is. Just like that, and we're set and ready to go. So the first thing we're gonna do is listen to the sounds, and I need a hi-hat, and I need a snare, and I need a bass drum. So let's begin with the hi-hat. And I'm gonna go with this one. And then we're gonna go to the snare. I like that one. That's the one that we want. And we're gonna be able to record the pitch motion, the knob motion, and that's gonna be fun. So we'll do that later on. And then listen to the bass drum. We've already got notes in here, and I'm gonna untick them by hand because I like doing it like that. There is actually a function for just deleting stuff completely, but I like doing it fingers on. So let's add some hi-hat notes, and we're gonna do that by finger 2. You can actually record this. Just play record and press play, and then start fiddling around playing with these buttons up here. But I've got bad finger timing, you could say. I guess that's a word or a phrase now. It's a thing, finger timing. And if you got bad finger timing like me, then it's gonna sound not good. So I've added a few notes, and I'm gonna add some more, but we're gonna listen to it and add it as it goes. So record and play. That's nice, and now we're gonna add the snare. And my timing is bad, so I think I'm gonna do this instead. Yeah, and add a few more notes while we're playing it. That's really nice, and now we're gonna need to add a bass drum. Doesn't sound right to me. No, that's more like it. Now that's something oh, I love that one. Yeah, I love the KORG Electribe series. I've owned the hardware, almost each and every one of the models. I've had them at some time in my life, and I love them. I don't have them anymore because I thought I was done with hardware, but it looks like I'm not. So yeah, I really wish I didn't sell them back in the days, because their products are really good, especially the Chaos products and the Electribe products are really, really good. So let's add some bass drum to this. Let's add the first one. Then I'm gonna try to record the rest. Whoops, there's one note there that isn't really right. Is it this one? That's really nice. And now we're gonna add some motion to the pitch knob for the snare. And to actually start recording and using the motion, because you can record the motion of the knobs, but nothing happens with the knobs unless you use one of the two modes here. And smooth is for making the knobs move as the way you move them. But if you choose like trigger hold, then it moves in ticks instead, like in step ticks. So the knob moves like this instead of moving smoothly like that. So you have smooth mode, trigger hold, and then when none of the LEDs are lit, then there is no motion, even though you've recorded it. So I'm gonna use trigger hold, and let's record some of the pitch movements on the knob here. That might have been a bit too much, but you get the idea. So let's listen to this. Okay, I love that. Do I recommend iELECTRIBE for iPhone? Yes, I do. I wouldn't recommend you using this on an iPhone 4 because the interface is really small, and even KORG says that on the App Store. They recommend that you use an iPhone 5 or above because the screen size is just too small, and it's gonna be really hard hitting those buttons, especially if you have falukorvs fingrar. So that's basically it. Yeah, I suggest you go get it. There's an app link down in the description as usual. And as usual, Doug Woods, Colin Sweeney, and me, Jakob, hack at thesoundtestroom.com, wishes you a very productive week. Now go finger your Electribe and do it really good. Maybe make some trap style music. Yeah.